Hi guys, and welcome to probably the last episode of Sheltered that I have here, because as you can see I've made a few enhancements on the Sheltered thing. I did a little boo-boo in the fact of that I was enjoying the game so much that I was just playing it without recording, which is kind of good and kind of bad, because it's kind of good and kind of bad because of where I'm at is where you guys need to be. So as you can see, I've got the water condenser, the large fridge. That's where, well, when the thing episode 2 went off, I just put this large freezer down and I was aiming for the water condenser. But I don't think there's much more to say about this, because at this point of the stage of the game I don't really need to play through as much as you might think, because everything's now stable. The food supply is going to be pretty good, really. You're not really going to die on food. The water's doing fine, and the furnace is burning fuel. And when you get to this stage, and the storage is quite high, and everyone should be practicing on the training bags, so that when people knock through the doors, it's going to be fine. You're going to be able to defend that with one person. On 20 with a hatchet can kill everyone, apparently. Guy in the comment actually said that, yeah, he can kill everyone. You get highly traumatized, you get the bookshelf, he'll be fine. So what I'm actually saying here is, although I could play through, and there'll be people that won't find this upload for months. I do it all the time. You know, you go through YouTube and you know, you stumble across a channel and you're like, oh my god, you guys are cool. And really, that they've almost stopped doing their production because you've not seen them for so many months and months and not got on board. So, but what I'm basically saying is, once you get to hardcore, you don't need to follow any more of this tutorial, because this is where the essential moves have been made already. So, we have the radio, we have the sleeping bags, we have the recycler, we don't have to worry about water. We can train up, we can hold meat to trade with, we have the traps, everything's fine. We've upgraded the oxygen filter, that's obviously going to be upgraded as well. There's not going to be that much of really challenging hardcore decision making anymore. And that's where I kind of need to leave the series, because yeah, I could play through, but the challenge, the difficulty's been overcome. So it's just kind of like the playthrough. And considering the show doesn't actually have an ending, I don't really want to drag this on for episode after episode after episode. I'm sure you guys will like it. I'm sure, like, you know, get likes, comments. It's great to hear you guys. But it's also a small community, and that's kind of how I like it, because you see the big YouTube channels and they have the millions of subscribers. Whereas if I get a comment, maybe I get a comment about once every 2 weeks or so. And yeah. Even recently, you know, like, it was like from a guy that goes, you know, I see so much crap on YouTube about the hardcore, they really don't do it, and I watch them, they foul. I even did that myself. But then this one is nothing but success. There is no way you can't succeed from this scenario now. It's a winning move. And yeah, it's not the best of the best. People still need to be trained up. I mean, these people are very weak. Well, 14, actually, she's quite strong. 18, yeah, so yeah, you know, these people are actually pretty strong. And 19, yeah, they'll definitely stop a invasion. So when the door gets ripped down, you don't really need to worry about traps, because 18 and 19 is going to take care of everything. And even if they don't, I mean, you can just get another guy through and just train them up. It takes a bit of time, but you could upgrade these, you know, quite readily. I mean, a bit of metal, but what's a bit of metal really? You know, you're going to get this. Food seems to be fine. Yeah. So I'm kind of just saying, guys, the hardcore for me was to get the struggle over with, and I think I've done that. So this will be the last episode of Sheltered, unless, guys, you want to like go, oh no, please play on. But the challenge is very easy now, and brings me to the next subject of the. But I like to I like to get in my claws into like hard games and not just play them on easy. I played this on easy and it was very, very easy. Played this on normal, it was normal, hard, whatever. And in hardcore, I just wanted to like crack the code almost. Like, you know, like geek people just want to crack codes. Just kind of like, well, it must be possible, so let's just do it. Just feed the dog because I don't like the whining of it. So really, the whole point of this is I'll give you, because you guys are going to still think like, oh, I need some good tips. I'll give you the best tips that you can for the start to get to this stage, and that's in the opening days. Right, so listen up. This is like the thing you need to hear. Do not send any expeditions. You will kill yourself. It is game over. You send an expedition. What you're looking for is hinges and rope, and you want leather. Hinges and rope. As soon as you get that, you want to get a fridge, and you want to get a stove so you can store the meat and make the traps. Before all of this, you need to upgrade your workbench to a tier 2. If anyone knows this, these are the only steps to do. So step 1, upgrade the workbench, and step 2, traders. When the traders knock, because you can't send out expedition straight away, you want to get hinges and rope. As soon as you get the hinges, you make the fridge. The fridge with the trap means you can now store the meat. You cannot store meat until you have the fridge. So you build the trap, you store the meat, and then this is all like tradesworthy as well. Add the fuel. I should just let you all die, but you know, it's cool. It's the end. So you trade the meat. You can also use the animal fat to trade off with. And once you've got the trading income of the meat, you can hold out for traders, and then you get the medium butt. You should get 2 of these. And until you get about, what was it, a good expedition. Get an expedition out. Until you get enough tools to either upgrade the radio or build one of these, a makeshift recycler. That's very important, because then you can start trading, and you trade off the meat, you trade off the soap, and this recycle stuff on the expeditions, and more stuff gets to you. So then you'll get the large fridge, you'll get the punch bag, you'll get the water condensers, and then you'll be here before you know it. Make sure you get the incinerator, because you don't really want to hold out on petrol too much, especially if you've got mega expeditions. Although you can trade it off, but with an incinerator you can burn anything you like. So, like I'm just saying, just burn some wood, or even coal. That's a lot better, isn't it? And whatever that, yeah, incinerate. 84 hours you get out of that. Bosh bosh. 84 hours, 24 hours in a day, lots of days, and one day in this game on hardcore makes a lot of difference. So, what I'm basically saying is, I'm self-sufficient now. There's no real need to do anything, because I've kind of won. There's no more real challenge, and this game doesn't really have an ending. So that, for me, there's nothing more to teach you. There's nothing more to show you. There's nothing more that I can show you that you guys can't do yourself. It's more getting to this point. But this is more the what I'd like to say is, because I like to get my claws in on the hardcore games, and I like a small community and small suggestions and messages. I think it's good. So I'm going to review games as I have done before. There's a couple of reviews down there, not many, but I've got this really good PC coming. It cost me $3.5 grand. It's absolutely, it's a beast, I tell you. And I'm going to be able to record in high definition, and it's going to be really good. So what I'm saying is, I'm going to buy games, going to research them, but I like a little community. So if you guys want to message me that, you know, this should be the next game, that be the next game, I don't mind going out and buying it, because I'm in a position where I can do that. So, and I like a community feedback. It doesn't have to be a big one even. I don't want to be big where I can't respond to people. Like you get like PewDiePie, there's no way you're going to respond to 5.7 million people, because you're going to get about 40,000 comments a day. Whereas, you know, I get like 10 a month. Very manageable. So anyway, guys, it was very nice getting to this stage. I don't feel like I'm quitting, because there's no end. There's no end to the game. There's no end to the game. The game goes on forever. Apart from the punching bag and making everyone 20. and getting like a shotgun, which I've already got, so just to get like a few trap. There's no losing from here, is what I'm saying. So I respect all of your comments and inputs. I respect anyone who plays this on hardcore, because you should never be afraid, and never be afraid like what I did to actually like put a game that you like, put it on the maximum difficulty, and record it live. Because I tell you what, people out there do actually really like that, and there's so many channels where they've done that and failed, and that's not a bad thing. But there's almost all of them have failed, and this one's a complete success. But it's not a rarity, really. I mean, just because it's rare on YouTube doesn't mean it's going to be rare for people. I mean, I've got messages going, yeah, I'm on day 400. You're doing really good. This is exactly how you should have done it. It's brilliant. Here's a few little tips. Love that. I've got nothing but credit for that. So if you can think of any like good game that you can suggest, I mean, this is where you guys can almost like work for me with the fact that if you suggest a game, I'll actually buy it and start playing it, because I would like that as well. Because if I was thinking about, oh, you know, I've got this guy, you know, I can message him, he's pretty cool, he respects the community, thinking about buying this game, and he's going to crank it up to hard. Yeah. I just fed you, dog. God damn it. You're all going to die, because I'm not coming back to you. Yeah. Anyway, you're frying me, pooch. So the real thing is, like, if you guys have any suggestions, there's always a doorbell at the wrong time, isn't there? Any suggestions for a game that you think that you want to find out, hear a review of, or anything like that, and you're thinking, yeah, you know, cool. He's got a good deal. He's definitely ended the series when I'm paying $75.69. That's what she said. Trade. I think you guys are getting the gist of it. Anyway, so if you do stumble on this, it's not going to be for months and months and months. So it's a bit like, ooh, I'm out there, future and past, quantum physics, yo. So I've only got like 19 subscribers, and you know, new channel. That's what you expect. No thumbs down, or maybe this one because I haven't done fuck all in the game. But take the suit back. I hate it. You gotta put the suit back, man. Yeah, are you sad train? Punch something. I want you to punch stuff. Double order on the training, baby. Here all day, every day. Yeah, so, you know, like, you get to here, water condenser, you bosh. You're going to buy more of these. It's going to be cool. Make sure you disable the shower, though, because there was a guy that said he micromanages everyone, which is kind of cool. But I like to play on fast forward on hardcore, because there's a lot of expeditions that you can't send out there, and I like them all on auto and just disable the shower. But, you know, tomato, his game, my game, we're both kind of pro in the fact that you know what, you're pro even if you hit hardcore, because even if you foul, you're learning something. And it's just, I just like people to hit the harder difficulties. Like the 7 Days to Die, I made a video on that because I play on Insane. You can check that out if you like. Play on Insane, the hardest difficulty you can ever get, and the game's broken. The game is absolutely broken, and they really need to patch it, because I don't like things spawning in right on top of me, where it's like a 2-punch kill, you're dead in seconds. But it's a long game. But anyway, enough about that. So as you can see, you know, we're good for everything. We're good for food, we're good for water, we're good for recycling, we're good for trade. Get him on the blower. Now upgrade, you could actually, I need a circuit board to upgrade that. One circuit board, you can definitely get on that and get one little. Anyway, stop me, I'm waffling now. But for the future of the channel, guys, if you don't know, I like strategy games, I like very hard games. If you don't know what game out right now, there isn't anything actually right now, but Sins of a Solar Empire, wicked space strategy game, probably one of the best apart from Imperial Galactica 2. If anyone knows what one about, you know, say some words about that. But yeah, so that's it. I'm really glad that you kept up with it. I have to admit, if you're looking at the episodes, probably want to skip a bit, like skip about 15 minutes per chunk, because you'll see the base build up. You'll see it was just like 2 bunk beds and a workstation, and then the furnace and the fridge, and the traps came in, and the punch bag and the other fridge, and more blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I probably wouldn't, unless you're really, really dedicated to like the ins and outs of every single thing. I'd probably recommend that you watch the other episodes, just like chunking it like 10-15 minutes in a row. Anyway, saying that, even while I'm saying that, I know I was desperate for food. Now I've got 14. I ain't even done anything. So yeah, I'm not going to run out of water. I'm not going to run out of food. I'm self-sufficient. My guys will just train up and be absolutely the dog's bollocks. There's no ending to this game, so I'm going to leave it here. There's people that will go further than that. I did in my not on hardcore. I mean, I really could, but I don't feel the point to it. Anyway, I'm probably going to waffle on a bit more. So, anyway, recommend a game for me, guys. And if not, if you don't think of any games, you know, just thumbs up. If you like the attempt, thumbs down. If you didn't like the attempt, comment. I will post any comment apart from channel beggars. Just the fact that it's the truth of the channel. I don't nitpick. Feed the trolls, don't feed the trolls. I feed them. Doesn't matter. So it doesn't even matter if you stumble into this in like 3 or 4 months. Recommend a game, and I'll review it. I'll play it. I'll even show you the best angles to attack things. Let's just get him up there. I don't even know why I'm still playing. Okay. You see, this is the thing as well. Like, I've only got wooden doors, but they gave up so many times just trying to knock down the door and just giving up. 19. Well, I'm probably not going to get past you. 14. You're still pretty tough. I'm not even bothered. It's not got challenging enough for me now. So I'm kind of not bothered. Just wait till I get in there. Well, I'll tell you what, love. We'll even speed you up, yeah? You might get your pickaxe. Go on, get your pickaxe. Are you going to just give up? I'll tell you what, let me give you the full screen here, darling. You either going to give up or you're going to go for it. You're going to go for it. You got some balls? No, you ain't got no fucking balls. Anyway. They need to adjust that because the threats actually on hardcore aren't actually threatening enough. They need to get in. They need to break up. They need to mash. They need to mash up like 3 people and take out your stuff. It's too easy. Anyway, this is the end. But it's not. It's only the end of Sheltered. Only because I've conquered it. So let's get the next game rolling, guys. Let's get our teeth into it. Whatever that might be. If there's no comments, then I'll just take my own opinion of what might be the best game. But otherwise, guys, I will see you in the next episode. I don't know what game it's going to be yet, but I'll see you very soon. Difficulty, hardcore, drought, scarce, relentless, dense, violent, map size, very large, fog of war on. It's as hard as you get. There's no higher difficulty. Till the next game, guys. Game over.